It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're running it back with the two teams from Super Bowl 35. It's the New York Giants and the Baltimore Ravens, and it's all up next.
Welcome to the historic Inner Harbor of Baltimore, Maryland. Just a stone's throw away, you find M&T Bank Stadium, the home of the Ravens. We are bundled up. This should be a fun one. So glad you're with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, we love watching and calling snow games, but you played in weather like this. What's it like?
Oh, man, there is nothing better. Kind of brings you back to your roots of having a snow day, a day off of school, and just get all your buddies in the neighborhood and just go play outside. But in all seriousness, it actually really benefits the offense. I mean, people always are questioning the passing game and whatnot. The offense knows where they're going. It's on the defense to react, and that's where the footing and that's where the snow really has its biggest effect. I think today, for both teams, advantage offense.
The veteran kicker, Graham Gano, puts it on the tee. And through the snowflakes, off we go here on EA Sports. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time, led by their quarterback, league MVP in 2019 and 2023, Lamar Jackson.
Is there a more exciting guy in the NFL to watch play quarterback than this guy, Mike? I mean, one of the most dynamic athletes to ever play the position. And what's truly unique about him is his ability to beat you both as a runner and equally as a passer. And that's really where his game has developed. Defensive coordinators, they don't sleep very much when they know they're facing this guy and all the problems that he presents.
They face second down and 7. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He finds DeAndre Hopkins for the catch. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
And he's only going to be able to get back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. 3 plays, no first downs, time for fourth down.
You spend all week developing your opening script. What are you going to do when you get the ball for the first time, Mike? Well, I promise you, it wasn't go 3 and out and punt. But give credit to the defense. Nice job getting off the field here early. Get the ball back to your offense.
On fourth down, the Ravens call on Jordan Stout to punt. Amir Smith-Marset goes back to return it. Ball security, a must in these conditions. Fair catch called for and taken without issue. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They're led out by their veteran quarterback, Super Bowl winner, Russell Wilson.
Let's not forget, Mike, not too long ago, Russell Wilson was not only the face and one of the top superstars of the NFL, he was a bona fide Hall of Fame quarterback. So the talent and the resume, it's still there. He puts together one of those vintage performances we've seen throughout the years. This team's going to be hard to beat. I'm not sure if there's anything more enjoyable for a football player than playing a game in the snow. And something for us to keep in mind throughout the rest of the day is typically the advantage is in the favor of the offense. You know where you're going. You know where the cuts are going to come. The defense has to react to you. Can they find a way to take advantage?
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
And that is incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the intended receiver. And it's going to be fourth down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Ravens offense ready to get going with their second possession. They'll start with great field position right at midfield with a first down. This is Henry. Finds an alley to the 35. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. That one good for 29.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Lamar going to work from the pistol. Now he'll run it.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the first down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback. Just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. From the gun, Jackson. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with first and goal.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need, but really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver.
And he will score. Derrick Henry, touchdown Baltimore.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Extra point attempt still to come. He gets it to go, and the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Eric Gray to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Giants offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back. He gets free. Still on the move. A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
They're at the 17-yard line now for first and 10. They'll run again. It's Tracy again. Not much happening there. Just a short gain. Here's a 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. That's going to be caught. by Darius Slayton. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down. Out of the gun, here's Russ. He's got it at the 3. And he's going to have the first down. They convert on third, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and third down conversions. Now after that last third down pickup, it's 1st and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
We'll try to push forward, but only a yard down to the 2. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. Wilson lines up in the pistol. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Tyrone Tracy. Touchdown, New York. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down. Taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, and when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
Now it's Graham Gano for the PAT. He's got it. And the Giants will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Justice Hill to return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Jackson. He'll complete this one to Rashad Bateman. Second down, Jackson. Open man is Hopkins. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
2nd and 7. Hopkins sent in motion. On the ground, this is Justice Hill. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
It's the tight end Likely in motion. On third down, Jackson. He finds Likely, his tight end. It'll be a pickup of 10. First down, Baltimore. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. All even on the scoreboard. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Jackson gonna keep it himself. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short gain.
Jackson now on 2nd down. He'll take off again. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
They'll motion over Flowers. On 1st and 10, Jackson. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. Colson Adebo, the good coverage. Gets his hand in there to knock it away.
I could sit up here all day, Mike, and we could talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
To throw is Jackson. Quick hitting slant there. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. Jackson now. Open man, left side, he's got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
On the option, they give it to Henry. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Now, Jackson. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Play action now. Jackson. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
No issues there. This one is good. And the Ravens will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
I think apart from the wind, when you talk about kicking in the elements, Mike, I think the snow has to be the kicker's worst nightmare. It's just so hard to have the confidence that when you stick that plant foot, it's not going to give way. So give credit. That was really well done.
Ray gonna return it. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Giants offense. And their running back set to go once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. That's complete to the tight end, Theo Johnson.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Now Russ. He's got his man. That's Neighbors. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. On the ground, here's Tracy. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Kyle Hamilton, the former Notre Dame star, able to make the play. Wilson to throw. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
They'll go to the ground, and here's Tracy on 1st down. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
On 2nd down, Russ. He's got his man. That's Slayton. Here's 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, Wilson. The pressure gets home. He's lost the football. But this is taken in by a teammate.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
Now fair catch is made, and it's just inside the 15-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. In motion comes Andrews. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Here's 2nd and 6. They'll motion over Flowers. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Right back to Andrews. He's got another one. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down. after a gain of 7.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
A first down throw for Jackson. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
On play action, here's Jackson. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. We'll talk things over before third down. On the give, here's Henry. And he'll take this up to the 30. Pick up a 5. Now a timeout. Giants, that is their second, as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down's looming. Here's Jordan Stout now, as he's on to punt for the second time. Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Giants offense ready to get back to work. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Russ.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire, so the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's caught. It's Tyrone Tracy. Now the Ravens use their first timeout, and they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. Third and long. On the handoff, here comes Tracy. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second. And they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go until halftime. Here's Jamie Gillen on now. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. This kick hangs up, and the fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They don't want to repeat of first down, so they'll keep it on the ground now. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here. So we're at halftime with just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment. But for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports halftime report. It was Derrick Henry, as he normally does, making his impact felt in that first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you. The snow continuing to fall as we ready ourselves for the second half to follow. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Giants offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They'll start out first down and 10. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
On second down, Wilson. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
They get 19 on that pass play. First down, Giants.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
On the give, it's Tracy. Look at him stay on his feet as he's able to shimmy his way for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. Now Wilson. A short one there to Bellinger. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
That's 13 more on that play, and quickly another first down.
We spent so much time talking about these receivers. How fast do they run, Mike? How high do they jump? But so often, the guys that have the most success in the NFL, it's the mental part of the game. It allows them to create separation, find soft spots in the defense, attack.
Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Wilson. That is caught. It's Robinson. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. 3rd and long. Back to throw. Wilson. That's caught over the middle by Johnson. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Gano's kick is good. And the Giants will level the score at 10 apiece.
So touchdowns are always the primary goal of every drive. But when you find yourself down 3 here in the 2nd half, you've just got to find a way to tie the game up. And they were able to do that here.
Here comes Hill on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Ravens offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this 2nd half. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins 1st and 10. He'll push forward for about a yard. That's Bobby Okereke there for the stop. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll motion over Flowers. Out of the gun, here's a give to Henry. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
Number 1 rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
Here's a 3rd and 10. In motion comes Andrews. On 3rd down, Jackson. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
A fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. A low-scoring game, all tied, 3rd quarter, and a touchdown here could go a long way. See if they can get it on this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. 12 yards there, and a 1st down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
A carry here for Tracy. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
Play action. It's Wilson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Here's Wilton. Oh, he coughs up the football. One of the Ravens has it. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it, it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it and which team does a better job taking it away.
The Ravens offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll start with the football already in the red zone. Big opportunity here on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Jackson. There's the veteran tight end, Andrews. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Bateman is the motion man. 2nd down, Jackson. That is hauled in at the 5. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
On 3rd and 1, here's Jackson. And he's in. DeAndre Hopkins. Touchdown, Ravens. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench, going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
Not going for 2, they'll kick the point after. He's got it. And the Ravens go up by 7. It is now 17-10. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense ready for this next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back, and in some of these coverage units, when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drop.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Pass pulled in by Tracy. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they find a way to keep the chains moving on 4th down.
I know it's 4th and short, Mike, but at this distance, you actually have to clear a lane out. You can't just fall forward or push the pile. So that conversion, it's as much of a credit to the blocking as it is to the running back seeing the hole and hitting it.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Throw, right side, taken in by Neighbors. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He runs with it. And Wilson's been doing this a long time. He knows the drill, slides to avoid the contact, and picks up the 1st down.
And this is what you like to see if you're the head coach. Not only does your quarterback know exactly where that 1st down marker is, he's able to pick up the 1st down, but then get himself on the ground. He avoids the big hit and picks up the 1st down.
This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
A run here with Tracy on 2nd down. And this one blown up. Good surge will drop him. A loss on the play, back to the 9-yard line.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
On 3rd down, here's Wilson. Catch made right side. It's Johnson.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
They can still pick up a 1st down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Russell Wilson, touchdown Giants. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the 4th quarter. all even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to get back at it. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive. It starts with first down. It's the tight end Likely in motion. On first down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face second down and 7. Hopkins sent in motion. They'll run here with Hill. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is third down. Off the play fake, Jackson. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
Ravens bring their punt team out. Important punt here in this tie game late. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. He's got his man, that's Slayton. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
These are some of the most difficult situations for a coach to handle because it's a combination of you have to be aggressive to go score. You're trying to win the game, of course, but there's also an element of time and clock management. So it's going to be very interesting to see the play selection over these next couple downs.
On first down, Wilson. This one is caught by Robinson. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Now it's Tracy looking to run. Maybe a couple there. It's third down. Out of the gun, here's Russ. He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chance?
In the 4th quarter, Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll keep it on the ground. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. So now, Graham Gano, the veteran, in another pressure spot. This to grab a late lead. And he has missed this one. No good. And this one is going to remain a tie game.
And you just have to wonder what that'll do to the energy levels on both sidelines. I mean, you got a chance to break the tie here late, but he just can't connect.
The home team's offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. We're all even, 4th quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with 1st and 10. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. They'll try again here. It's 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Now he takes off. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
A first down throw for Jackson. He'll look underneath for Henry. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Hill. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. Now a timeout. Giants, that is their 2nd. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one. Now, a big 3rd down. Here's Henry. He will have a Ravens first down. Won't be by much. He needed 3. He got 3. But the mark says first down. Henry. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Now Henry. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold them to 2 and bring up 3rd down. They'll run here. And we are set for a great finish. Timeout. 2 seconds remaining in the game. So now, out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This to win the game. This kick is good. And it's celebration time. A walk-off victory on the game's final play. So it's a win here for the Ravens. They get themselves into field goal range for one final shot. Kicker delivers. They avoid overtime and come away with a 3-point victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Ravens are victorious as we say so long from Baltimore.